Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about freeze panes. So Excel worksheets can have a lot of cells. Like the example, the exercise that is here, there are certain times that you want to scroll to a different section. So if you look at the A column, it's no longer showing when I scroll to the other side. So you want to freeze that column A, so when you scroll you will see the other information. Like here, these are student names and these are their marks for each of the exam they wrote, and this is the homework they did. Now I want to be able to scroll through and then see the student's name and the homework, whose name is that, and all of that. So I can use the freeze pane to freeze the top row if I wish to freeze my top row, and also probably freeze the column, the first column. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So to freeze pane, you go to the View tab. Now you'll see the freeze pane by the window group. Click the down arrow. So if I click on the freeze top row, what happens is that it freezes the top row. Alright, so this, I can now scroll down and I can see that this student, the top row is frozen. I can see that student 5 exam score is all of that. Okay, to unfreeze, still by the View tab, then I'll go to the Windows group, click the down arrow, then I can unfreeze whatever I have done. Now let me show you what happened. If I scroll down, that top row is not showing. So what happens is the top freeze top row enables me to freeze the top row. Then when I scroll through, I can see whatever it is I want to see. Now the other one is, I'm just gonna unfreeze what I have done. Now I can also freeze the first column. So to do that, still by my View tab, go to the freeze panes, and here is the freeze first column. So if I freeze the first column, alright, which is the column A, student names, I can scroll to the left and my student names are there, so I can easily scroll and see which student is allowed to register, which is student 1 years, student 2 years. Alright, so that's how it's done. Now there's another way I can decide to freeze both the column and the row. So when I scroll, I want to see both the column, the first column, and my row. So what I need to do is go back to the View tab, click the freeze paint, and then unfreeze it. Now to be able to freeze your rows and column at the same time, what you need to do is you click at the cell, any cell. So my B2, if I click at the cell B2 and go to this View tab, freeze paint, and I click on the first one, freeze paint, it's gonna freeze the rows above B2. Whatever rows that are above B2 is gonna freeze it, and it's gonna freeze the column by the left hand side. So if I was to freeze, click on C2 or C, let's use the C3. If I click on C3 and I go ahead to click on the freeze paint, it's gonna freeze all the rows above C3 and the columns by the left hand side. So but in this exercise, I just want to freeze the top row and the first column. So I'll click on the B2, go to View tab, Windows group. Here is the freeze paint. I'll click the down arrow, and this time I'm gonna be choosing the first button there, which is freeze paint. So once I click on that, let's scroll and see what we have. So if I go to the right hand side, you see the column is frozen. I can see what's the title there, the first row, and if I go to the left hand side, the columns are there and the rows are there. So if I scroll down too, you can see that the top row is also frozen. And if I'm making an example here, my stuff here, illustration of the question here, I can easily scroll through, move the thing a little bit, and see what exactly I want to do. If this helped you, please click that like button and hit the subscribe. I will see you in the next video.